So what are the elements of hip hop, Shadow?
Well, there are 5 different elements of hip hop. You got DJing, you got MCing, you got graffiti, and you got b-boying, breaking. The 5th element is knowledge, the history, the reason of why hip hop exists.
So how it started in the Bronx,
Exactly.
and where it started in New York. And
Exactly.
that's the knowledge part of it and passing on the culture.
And it started because the youth were left with nothing during a period of time when they needed something to at least release that negative energy. You had a lot of gang violence, you had a lot of bullshit going on, and there was no way to get around that safely without losing a little skin, without losing a little blood. Then you got Kool Herc. He came with all of the parties out in New York, you know what I'm saying, in a couple of different boroughs. And the way they dealt with their grievances was through the arts, through your words. You was rapping and freestyling, or you was breaking. And while you was doing all of that shit, you had the graph cats that was taking that inspiration and painting.
And being rebellious with it.
And being rebellious
spark.
and definitely saying fuck the system, because the system is what created hip hop. Hip hop didn't just jump out of the motherfucking sky as some rich motherfucker's
poverty,
idea.
man.
Hip hop came out of necessity. You had a lot of young cats that didn't have any fucking thing going on in their life. They didn't have no fucking after school programs. They couldn't afford to get an instrument and play something or practice something or learn something.
Or if you're back then, you in the projects.
You ass out.
Yeah.
You have nothing. And most everybody that lived in the hood had a fucking turn deck, a radio, and some fucking records. So we made those instruments. And it provided everybody that didn't have the financial means to do the after school programs, to do the learn how to play the piano, play the guitar, play the drums, or shit that people in the hood couldn't afford. You go to the suburbs, yeah, everybody out there can afford to send their motherfucking kids to learn and play every elegant-ass Beethoven or Chopin-ass piece. Yeah, I do know classical shit, bitches. Let's get that shit straight. I'm an artist first, so I know all of that shit. Suck a fat baby's ass if you don't think I do, and try me if you think it's sweet. But most of the cats in the hood didn't have that shit. We didn't have none of that shit. What we had was all of our grandparents and our parents' classics of soul and gospel and jazz and different variations of different emotions that we all experienced back then in the day, because there was a lot of different emotions going on as it is right now. And it was all about how you want to bring that shit to light, how you paint your picture. We ain't had shit. But the little shit that we did, we turned it into hip hop. Okay. The industry saw the influence of it. And real quick, just to break it down into a nutshell, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Words are so fucking valuable and powerful. Those of you that are listening to this podcast right now, understand this shit. Your words are powerful. That's why the industry wants to dictate the words that are being fed to your brain. If you're constantly listening to bullshit, you will do bullshit. And there's a way for those people to make money off of you doing bullshit.
That's why it's called programming.